Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to go over the overbought and oversold stocks that I keep track of. And just a spoiler warning, there's nothing that's overbought. Everything is still oversold, but we could talk about it. So first off, if you could like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Let me know if you have any other ideas for videos. If you enjoy the content, I would appreciate any kind of support that you could offer. And also, this is not financial advice, just financial ideas. So let's look first at the market, as we usually do, the SPY. This is coming off the heels of a PAL meeting that was had yesterday, where they talked about what's going to go on with interest rates. And that could be another video that I make more in depth. But the long and the short of it is, they agree that they were not going to have an interest rate hike as of now. They might adjust that later, possibly in a couple months. But as of now, they're going to keep everything the same. The party keeps going. So I think stocks got some support after that meeting, and you can kind of see it in the charts, right? So in SPY, it looks like we're curling upwards. That's not to say that we're going to make a complete V-shaped recovery, but between that and it looks like there's some support here, I think that we might be in the area to kind of get back into this channel, hopefully. So that's the SPY. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq looks very similar. Looks like it's curling upwards in the same pattern or form. The Russell, though, doesn't look the same. So these are the medium, small index of, looks like it's kind of curling downwards still. You can see on the MACD that there's not really upward momentum. It had a little bit of an upward trajectory and then it dropped down again. So we could still see small caps suffering in the short term here. But we also got to look at crypto. So this is the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin's been, downtrending since really November or mid-November, early December. We continue this downtrend. We're in the same downtrending channel. There's been a couple pops, but it just results in another sell-off. So I think that the world is basically looking to see what's going to go on with inflation and interest rates. We do have some idea for at least the time being what's going on. So that might be enough to correct Bitcoin a little bit in the short term. But that's just something we got to keep in mind here. Ethereum, very similar. It looks like it's starting to curl upwards. It found some support. But then again, it did find some support back here. It found a little support back here, a little support back here, and it all ended up, if you zoom out, it's a downtrending channel since November. So let's just keep that in mind. It could fall further. Anyway, so we're going to go through the oversold stocks that I see value in. AMD, this is a good long-term play. It continues to fall. We're getting close to earnings, so we want to keep that in mind. Amazon, it has a nice channel. It looks like it's creeping back upwards. So this is technically oversold-ish area, but it looks like it's found a support and it's going to work its way back up. Keep in mind also earnings is coming up here. So that's one thing that we got to keep in mind. But Amazon's looking pretty good for a potential reversal. American Water, again, very similar to Amazon. Looks like there's some support here. Looks like it's coming back up. MACD is looking pretty good. Looks like it's getting back to a nice area. Blink Charging, this is a high growth stock in the EV charging industry. Continues to just fall. I'm just buying it as it falls at this point. So this is a long-term hold for me. Block, this is an ETF for blockchain, very similar to high growth stocks like we saw in the Russell. This just continues to fall in a downward movement. I just continue to scoop up shares a little bit at a time, a little bit every day. I don't buy on big green days, but today is a red day, so I will pick up some shares of Block. ChargePoint, very similar to Blink. We lost our channel. We're downtrending. Doesn't look like there's any kind of support that's been found yet. It's at very, very oversold levels, though. So if you don't have a position in ChargePoint and you believe in the EV future, this might be a chance to get in at a good price for the long term. Coinbase, another high growth stock. It recently IPO'd back in May. hit highs. Well, we don't really consider this. This is when it first IPO'd and everything goes nuts when it does. Highs of around 375. We're looking at 177, so there's a lot of room to grow. I've just been picking up because it's so oversold, and also they hold a lot of cryptocurrency. So if you believe in crypto, Coinbase isn't a bad play for you. Disney fell out of its sideways trending channel. Looks like it's coming back up. Technically still oversold. Looks a lot like Amazon to me. Fiverr continues to fall. I'll continue to buy. Hyliion, another spec EV company that just continues to fall, but at this point for $4, I've just been dollar cost averaging into this for the very long term. Jumia, very similar to Hyliion. This is kind of the African Amazon. It's been labeled. It was really hot back in the day. I say back in the day, really it was like February of last year, but continues to downtrend. I will continue to buy for the long term. Marathon, this is a Bitcoin mining company. I think long term they'll be fine. We've seen highs of 80 and we're at 20, so that's a 4x movement from here, and this is a long term play for me. We've reached a nice level here too. This is a good support level. It looks like it's been bounced off this a couple different times, so we'll see what happens. There's not a lot of momentum. See what happens with Marathon. MicroStrategy, another Bitcoin play. This fell below this normal channel, continues to fall. I'll continue to buy while it's cheap. Cloudflare, another tech stock that's just been demolished. I'll just continue to buy. Neo, another EV play, high growth stock that just continues to fall. I will continue to buy. Nvidia, we know Nvidia, they're good for the metaverse, good for chip makers, automakers. Continues to fall, but this is a good price. I've been dollar cost averaging. Palantir, high growth stock, could be potentially profitable this year. The stock just continues to get lower and lower. The lower it goes, the more I'll buy. I believe in this company long term. Plug, this is an EV charging, very close in relation to ChargePoint and Blink. And you can kind of see it on the chart. Another interesting area of support potentially here. Not a lot of movement in the MACD, but we'll look to see if we can find some support. Sunrun, this is a solar play, which continues to fall. I'll continue to buy. C Limited, this is a China stock that's just been completely demolished. I believe in them long term, and they're very oversold here on the RSI, so that's what makes it very interesting to me. I've been picking up as we fall down this channel. Shopify, big company, e-commerce company. We blew through all of our support levels kind of down here, and we're just looking to consolidate, but I've been dollar cost averaging this one as well. Snapchat, way oversold on the RSI. Looks to be curling a bit, but who knows what that'll end up being. Back here we had a large drop, and we came back up on the MACD, but it didn't end up resulting in much movement of the stock. So we got to see what happens with that. Also, we're going into earnings, so that should be very interesting as well. Tattoo Chef just continues to fall. This is a high growth stock. I'm buying or dollar cost averaging. Twitter, very similar to Snapchat, looking to find a support. This is Unity Software, tech stock, 200. Now we're down to under 100. I will continue to dollar cost average. Upstart, very similar to Unity, just continues to fall. I will continue to buy. Upwork, very similar to the other two U's. I call them the U triplets. They continue to fall in the same general pattern. This is a tech stock. VLDR, Velodyne LiDAR, continues to fall. Very similar to like a Hyliion stock. It's a high growth spec play. I believe in them for the long term, so I will continue to dollar cost average. And last but not least, Waste Management. This is a stable company, overall uptrend dividend stock. Looks like it's coming back a little bit here on the MACD. So I bought. So anyway, guys, these are the stocks that I see value in. Let me know what you think. If there's any that I missed, if there's anything that you're thinking of, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.